Hey everybody, welcome to a special edition of Grilling at the Green here from the Standard Portland Classic at the Columbia Edgewater Country Club LPGA event, one of the finest and the biggest. We're very privileged today to have Britt Oase, the CEO of Special Olympics Oregon, and Felicity Woods, reigning Special Olympics gold medal champion in the golf division. How about that? Start with you, Felicity. How did you kind of get started in golf?
I just started in golf pretty much when I was 15 years old. When I was a freshman, it wasn't it was outside the Special Olympics. So, and I would say a few years later on that one, I got myself involved with golf with Special Olympics. But I've been working from the ground up and just been working so now that I'm at the level 4, 9 holes, so that's where I've been competing for the USA Games for golf.
Very good. And Britt?
So my background is professional sports. I started in Minnesota. I worked with the Minnesota Vikings, the Timberwolves, Lynx, and Super Bowl 52. And after that, I was dating an Oregon guy, so moved out to Oregon and joined Special Olympics Oregon as CEO. And I would say this is the pinnacle of my sport career. I absolutely love serving our athletes, just like Felicity.
Felicity, how much time do you spend practicing?
So I mostly do twice a week. So we have a regular practice at our local golf course, and then we go to different golf courses on the weekend just to get the experience of different golf holes as well. So that's a great way just to know the difference on certain areas of the golf course on how your golfing skills would be like, and especially been getting so much training and just getting to build up all the confidence and skills in golf. It's just such an amazing thing as well. Especially I've been getting so much more of golfing practices than I would usually do for the USA Games. And especially just trying to get into the game with golf, just to try to compete. It's just so amazing just to get my mind in there, just to get the skills in and just to get my game on so that I'm always prepared for the huge competitions.
So when you first picked up a golf club, and once you say age 15 when you were a freshman, I think? Okay. Did you think at that point, did you have a feeling, or did you just go, this is kind of cool, I think I can enjoy this? Or after you took your first few swings and you had your first 2 or 3 practice sessions, you went, I'm all in?
That's a great one. So, yeah, I know it probably wasn't the best time as on my first swings, but the greatest thing is I was always willing to try and just practice, just try to get that into the rhythm of golf. And so, and I know that sometimes, a lot of the times, that it can be very easy just to give up. But me, I'm not a giver upper. I just keep pushing and pushing and pushing just until I can get into the confidence to get that golf experience in there. And I'm always just proud just to keep on going, and especially just getting more of that practice in there, and especially just being a wonderful golfer and just for competing just for the fun as well.
Sure.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. Britt, is Felicity's story, I don't want to say common, it's not a common story, but is it a frequent occurrence story, or is she kind of really excelled?
I think when you look at our athletes, we serve over 5,000 people across the state. There's so many different stories. And, Felicity's is really a neat one. And just seeing her excel in sport the way that she has, it's been fun to watch that progression.
Right.
But every athlete I meet, not everybody is going to stand on the podium and win a gold medal, certainly at, our regionals, our state, or even USA Games. So it's not always the gold medal for athletes that represent success. Some of our athletes might start out with very limited mobility. And, there's a basketball player where physical mobility was a real challenge. And so we looked at, skills, and it was just literally, can we lower the hoop? Can we get you to a place where you're able to shoot the ball and get it in the hoop? And when they got it in the hoop for the first time, that's their gold medal moment, And so I just enjoy so much watching people build confidence through sport. And then the health and the fitness and the friendships and the impact that sport can have in people's lives, it's really transformational. And so those championship moments, like, that's a pretty unique story. But the stories that unfold every day in our mission in different ways it's just an honor to kind of be on the sidelines and watch that happen.
It's got to be really heartwarming.
Oh, it's incredible. And Felicity, she's being very humble too. She had, I think it was one or two of your best games ever at USA Games. Didn't you shoot the best?
Yeah, so I would say the best one that I got was a score of 51, which is so amazing. Yeah. And especially I got a 54 and a 59. So
it's incredible.
Because it's just an amazing score that I have accomplished for golf at the USA Games. And especially I don't know. It's just so great just how I really build up that confidence and the skills of golf.
You're a shark. You know that? You're a shark.
Thank you.
You're shooting that like that. Do you think you're going to play golf competitively going forward in other USA Games and other competitions similar to that? Is that on your agenda?
I'm always going to be playing golf throughout the season, but just hoping that I get chosen again for the next year's golf, which will be held in Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah.
So, you never know, because even though we like to try to be fair, just like to get everybody into the USA Games as well. But if I don't get chosen on that one, that's okay, because, I can understand just how a lot of athletes have been conquering their success in competition as well. But we'll just have to see what happens for the next year of 2030, which that's what will take place for the next USA Games.
Very good. Britt, has the golf in Special Olympics Oregon, have they really started to grow that and put more of an emphasis on it? Because it's we have adaptive golf and we have a lot of different versions of golf that most anybody can play.
Yeah, golf has continued to grow for us. The interest continues to grow. And I think even just being here today, we were invited to celebrate Felicity and Athena and, our coaching team and our unified partners who supported them at USA Games. We were invited to be here by Brand Jordan and Nike to celebrate them and their achievements. And, Lab Golf fitted them with beautiful putters, custom made with their favorite colors and the Special Olympics logo on. And I think that just speaks to the value that I'm so close to it. I see the value every day. But when you see huge brands like LPGA, Nike, Jordan, Lab Golf coming alongside of our mission and our athletes saying, wow, what you did is incredible. And we want to shine a light on that because it's very inspirational then to other families who maybe have a child with a disability that they don't know that that's a pathway. And then when they see, people performing at a really high level and being celebrated and successful, I just think it opens people's eyes to what's possible. And it's very exciting to see that. And I would add, and I would love for Felicity to touch on this, sport is the core of everything we do, but there's so many things that are tangential to sport. We have an athlete leadership program, and I would love for her to talk about that, and I'll circle back so that she can. We also have preventative health care. So at our larger competitions, like our summer state games and our fall state games, our athletes are actually able to go through a health pop-up clinic with trained healthcare clinicians who actually can give them a preventative dental exam, eye exam, hearing exam, bone density screenings, diabetes screenings, blood pressure, mental and health and wellness. And they can go through in 8 different disciplines and find out, is there anything in my physical health that isn't being treated? And we give referrals on the spot. Follow-up care is managed. And, a great example at our summer state games, we had an athlete get an eye exam who found out they need a cornea transplant. And there's so many barriers for people with intellectual disabilities. And Special Olympics is a place where they trust, like sport creates trust
Sure.
and friendships. You trust your coaches, you trust our staff, you trust our volunteers. And so then it really bridges that gap where our athletes are able to, beyond sport, get some really beneficial services. And then our athlete leadership program is just awesome. And so Felicity, is this your first year or second year in athlete leadership?
It is my first year being on the ALC, Athlete Leadership Council, for sure. For that's what it is. But yeah, so me being part of the Athlete Leadership Council for Special Olympics, it's such a great way just to share with all the ideas and ways to help and support our community in the state of Oregon with Special Olympics. And especially, there's like a different areas such like Health Messenger and the Fitness Captain. So for me, I am on the Health Messenger side. So I'm working as being a certified Health Messenger to help with a lot of athletes on making healthy and nutritional food choices and like what is good and what is like not that good, and just to help them out with like better eating, especially just to help how that we can give them such more energy as they compete through their sport competitions as well. And pretty much just also just like how we can like deal with stress as well.
That's a big important thing.
It really is so much. So when I was at the state competition, I helped out with the mental health table there. So they would just have like such as like little squeeze balls and just like holding it for 3 seconds, just breathing in and breathing out, and especially with like little windmills, and especially with stretching and just deep breathing. It's a great way just to know how you can handle your stress. And so good just to not only for like just the mental health, but just like knowing your pretty much like health conditions as well, to where that you wouldn't be able to get any health help through like certain clinics, but with that one, that you can get it for free through Special Olympics athletes.
That's excellent. That's very excellent. Okay, one last question for you both. Britt, where do you want to see Oregon Special Olympics in 5 years?
Oh, that's such a good question. We only serve a sliver of the population that could benefit from our services. In Oregon, there's tens of thousands of people living with intellectual disabilities. And I am such a believer that sport can really benefit everybody. And so I love the idea of being able to serve more people. Our biggest challenge is funding, because we don't charge our athletes to participate. Everything we do, transportation, food, lodging, sport, uniforms, everything we cover all of that. And so athletes don't represent a revenue center, they're a cost center. And so we have to be very intentional as we grow to make sure that we have donations and partnerships and, events that can help support that growth. But my dream is to see that number of athletes just continue to grow statewide, because I see the benefit.
Absolutely.
I second that too.
Okay, Felicity, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I would like to see myself on more success for all the athletes, for like working from the ground up, and especially just to continuing on with their passion in sports that they love so much, and especially just to how they can get themselves from the regionals to the state, including to the USA Games, even if it's their first time or their second time or ever, and just to feel their achievements and just how they really success on with their sporting events, and just giving them the proudness to their Special Olympics community and all the sports that they do around there.
Excellent. Britt Oase, the CEO of Special Olympics Oregon, and Felicity Woods, our resident Olympic champion, right here sitting next to me. I want to thank you both for joining us today. I hope you enjoy the tournament. Congratulations on the LAB putter. That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. Nobody on my crew has one. So thank you, ladies.
amazing
We
gift.
appreciate it. We're going to keep an eye on you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure to be here.
You're very welcome. We'll be back with more right after this.